Hey guys, so I am going through my live yesterday and making clips and editing clips out of it. So this is the first clip that I'm editing. It ended up being one of the longer ones. So I basically edited all the stuff together that we went over about William Lebrato and kind of condensed it and made it a little bit more easy to digest. And those of you that missed the live now could have it in like basically more condensed clips. Because I know you see that like 5-hour live and it gets very overwhelming. So I'm going to try to get these all done tonight. But this one took me longer than I thought. But here it is. I was looking up Lebrato because, like I said, you can't find much on him, right? But so you could find his attorney information, and then you could go. I tried to go to the clerk's office to find more. I couldn't find. His name didn't come up for any additional disciplinary information. But we know he got a disciplinary, I can't even talk right now. Something happened where he got suspended for like 3 weeks, right? So there had to be some kind of disciplinary thing. But you look under his stuff and, oh, nothing. The attorney contact information is on public service list, blah, blah, blah. The attorney has no disciplinary history. And then I went to this website, the clerk's office. You could type in his name. I went the courts portal. I did all of that. He has nothing. Nothing. So no wonder why nobody could find what the heck he did, which is bullcrap because he did. He had some kind of disciplinary action. And then, so I was looking more into his Facebook and I found Fran. She does comment under his posts. Yes. And his wife is friends with Fran too. Okay. So, okay, real quick. This is editing me. So those of you that maybe haven't been following this case real close. So William Lebrato is one of the appointed attorneys that Judge Fran Gall appointed to be Richard Allen's defense. What we're going to go through is, first of all, we showed how William is Facebook friends with the judge and the judge is Facebook friends with his wife, and then how she actually is in his post commenting. Now, it might not be a conflict of interest, but there's some kind of bias here that we feel that maybe she's biased, number one, against Richard Allen, and number two, against Richard Allen's attorneys that he wants, his original attorneys, and this could be an issue. So we're just kind of looking into the two appointed lawyers that she appointed. She's refusing to let Richard stay with his attorneys that he wants, Andy Baldwin and Bradley Rosie. Richard has wrote notes. He said, no, I want them. She's refusing to let him, and she appoints these two guys, these two new lawyers. So we are just kind of looking into them because we're just making sure, because we've heard all this corruption going on. So, could this possibly be a move, like a biased and unfair move against Richard? I'm going to go through William's reviews and his history, records, and cases. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. Okay, back to the video. Interesting. So not only is he friends with Fran, the judge, his wife's friends with the judge, and the judge is on his post commenting about his kids and stuff. I guess it's not a conflict of interest, but I looked up conflict of interest in the definition. Yeah, I feel like it could possibly fall under conflict of interest. I'll read the definition. I was like, because I'm like, maybe I don't know what that means exactly. Maybe I'm not sure. Like maybe it could. It depends. It could. Because, of course, you're allowed to, be friendly and stuff, but it depends on how far that is. Okay, so look. If you go under his post, you'll see she comments a couple times. So watch, I'll show you. Here, right here. Here, let me make this bigger. Lovely daughters of him and his daughters, right? And like I said, she's friends with his wife, too, and I'll show you in a minute. So she comments lovely daughters, and then there's more, though. So she's friends with Jessica, his wife. Oh, he's saying, oh, right here. Oh, my goodness, what beautiful children, Fran says. And then William says, Fran Gall, thank you. Yeah, we'll look up conflict of interest, too. I'll show you what it says, where it could be. But I know, like, of course, you have to have some leeway, but it possibly. Especially because the way this all took place. That's the thing. The way it all happened. See if we could find any more of her comments. I won't go down all of them, but I'm nosy now. I'll just do a couple more, and then I'll show you how she's friends with his wife, too. Yep, right here. Another one. Looks like so much fun as they're out on the boat and stuff. Another one. Congratulations. Dude, how many? Gosh, she's up in his Facebook a lot. That's 4. 4 so far. I have to do a couple more. Hold on. I know there's gonna be more, but I know I have to stop somewhere because he's really active on Facebook, so I can't go through all of them. Let's just try to wait till we find one more. Oh, dang it. Well, I might have been missing some because I didn't realize there's previous ones on some of them. Ah, wow, happy birthday! Fran wishes him a happy birthday. To who? I want to see, is it William's birthday or maybe the girl's birthday? So she wishes one of the girls a happy birthday because it wasn't his, it was one of the girls. Dang, there's probably so many, okay? But that just shows you. We only went down how much and we already have 5. So my whole thing is, like I said, I don't have nothing against Fran. I don't even know Fran. She might be a great on the personal level. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm worried about is how this all went down does not seem right. And it doesn't seem fair to Richard at all. So that bothers me. And it doesn't seem fair if Richard wants to keep his lawyers, he should be able to keep them, especially because now they're private. So here's the thing. If she freaking doesn't let him come back, he could say that he didn't get a fair trial, right? Because he wanted them, right? Or if she does let him come back, but she stays on the case, didn't get a fair trial because she's already biased against them. You know what I'm saying? There's enough evidence to at least that you could say that, right? You could think that. So I think the only thing that could be fair to get, instead of wasting all this time and money, is to let him have his lawyers because that's the only fair thing, and to get a new judge. Because I'm not saying she's not a good judge. Maybe she is, but just the way this all happened, it's just not going to be right. It would only be fair for him to get a new judge, let him keep his private counsel, and appoint a new judge, I think. You know, especially now this. So this on top of everything that happened, and then seeing that the person she appointed, one of the lawyers she appointed, when Richard doesn't want these lawyers, he wants his, is somebody seems like they're friends, that they're like pretty good friends. So that just doesn't sit right, I feel like. So anyway, that's that. Oh, here, I'll show you how. See, she's friends with her too. This is Jessica's, his wife. So she's friends with Fran too. So there could be a conflict of interest, really. At least Richard could try to argue that, right? Now let's look up conflict of interest. I'll show you. Okay, a situation in which a person is in a position to derive personal benefit from actions or decisions made in their capacity. What are examples? Hiring an unqualified relative to provide services. I want to show you. Here we go. Romantic or relational. These are types of conflict of interest. This type occurs when an individual in a senior position favors an employee with whom they are romantically involved, or one who is a friend or relative. And you could argue that they are friends. So that's all. I guess the last thing I wanted to go over is records for William and his wife, like a background search. Just like, Truth Finder, whatever, I just ran their, like a background search for them with any records they have. Of course, them being lawyers, I mean, they could have got stuff off the records. I'm no judging. I got my records cleared too, so we all make mistakes in the past, even though mine was unfair. Like I said, I've talked about mine before, but even so, I have had other things where, you're a kid or you're growing up and you make mistakes. So no judgment, but I just thought it was kind of interesting to look at, to kind of see. I was really wanting to see if there's any correlation between when he got suspended and if he got in trouble with the law, because that was one of the things under the policy for disciplinary things for the county and for public defenders and stuff. So if they had gotten in trouble with the law, that could have caused a disciplinary thing with a suspension. So I wanted to kind of see if anything matched up. Okay, so the first one that came up is offense date October 2nd, 2017. So same year of the murders. Like 8 months after the murders. That one is just a speeding ticket, okay? The one October 2nd, 2017, which I'm gonna wait to share it so then I don't share his address here. But that's just, so there's a speeding ticket, no big deal. And then we have criminal misdemeanor. I guess it does. So, okay. So we have, I'm gonna have to go to the actual website to get them again. It didn't download them all. But he does have a 1994 operating while intoxicated, no endangerment, criminal misdemeanor. So we have that, which, you know, he was young, or 94. Well, he would probably, I don't know how old he'd be. I'd have to figure out. He's 51 right now. Okay, so I did the math. He would have been 21 at that time. He would have just turned 21 6 months before he gets this charge. So that sucks, really. If you think about it, you're just turned 21 and then 6 months later, you know, you're drinking legally and then you get a DUI. The ones that were empty, when I downloaded the PDF, there's nothing. It didn't even like transfer over. So I wonder if either they got something off his records or if they weren't anything. But I mean, it was showing up because, you know, when you go to Truth Finder, it'll have like, I'm sure somebody in here has it, right? It has the different things, and then you show details and stuff. But there's two. It says under where, you know how the section with Truth Finder, it'll say like likely criminal or traffic records. And usually the traffic, I think he does have a traffic, 60 miles per hour speeding. Then he has the one from 94, the public, or the driving while intoxicated or whatever. But he's got two other charges that don't say crap. They just say show details. And it says source Allen County, state Indiana, gives his name, gives his address. That's it. Doesn't even say misdemeanor. What, because usually they'll be like charge, misdemeanor, or felony, nothing. He's got two of those. Allen County. But let me look up his wife again. I want to see how many she has. I think she either had one or two like that. I don't understand. I've never seen it empty like that. Okay, so she must have been from Ohio. Well, she has Ohio. I mean, originally. I mean, she does. Obviously, they're married now. But, so she has one way back in 98 for just a traffic, you know, speeding. And then she has two open ones, exactly the same. They say Allen County, same thing. Have the state, Allen County, Indiana, name, address, two empty, nothing else. And it's under criminal or traffic. And the traffic one shows up, so there's two extra ones. So I wonder if they were both the same somehow. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like I said, I do a lot of background searches with this, and then of course I like to go to the county, but sometimes it's like if I'll do like a general background search, but I'll just show you what I'm talking about. And normally this is where likely criminal or traffic record matches. So we have, this is the speeding, and then this is the Allen County. You click on it. I'm not going to, but because once you click on it, it'll show his address. But it doesn't have any information. It just says source Allen County, show details, and then you have this one down here. And she has two that say the same thing. So I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know if there's two charges that he got him like maybe taken off his record. They just don't have or somehow that they don't have the information. But I wish I at least had a date so we could see if it matches up to his suspension. But yeah, so like I said, they might be okay. They might be fine lawyers. I'm not trying to like say that, you know, they're horrible, because they could be good public defenders. I don't know. It's just, if that's not what Richard wants, it just doesn't seem fair that he's got people that are already did the work, super passionate, want to do a pro bono, care about him. He wants them. It's the only fair way to go. You know what I'm saying? It really is. So, I mean, I don't have anything against any of them. I mean, I think it is kind of, it's looking shady the way the judge is doing it. She did do some shady things, and I feel like everybody could agree that it's just, yeah, there's some things that were just done, should not have been done. But we can't sit there and be like, blame these lawyers, these public defenders. You know what I'm saying? These are people that they could be fine at their job just because she's the one that appointed them. You know what I'm saying? We can't really have anything against them yet, just because she appointed him. But it's just, it doesn't matter. It's just not right what happened. You know? Oh, they are? They are awful? I don't know any. I mean, we looked at, Scrumman has a pretty good track record, right? We are looking for him, and I feel like we wanted to go back, actually, but I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. Remember, we were looking at him, and he named all the murder cases. He did like 6 murder cases. And I think he won. I don't know if he won all of them, but I feel like that we're going to see he doesn't have that bad of a track record. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But just from scrolling through, didn't it seem like he won some of them, or maybe not? I don't know. I know that one that we were watching that for the interview, he lost, because remember, he's like, he wasn't happy about the results. But we know he did 6 murder cases, so I don't know. I mean, we just know William was suspended for some reason. I don't know if they're awful. Why do you say that, Anthony? I would like to learn because I'm trying to figure it out. JM was cleared. Who's JM, Anthony? Oh, really? He pleads out on all of them? No, that's what I'm saying. The judge. That's what I said. We could all agree that the judge did some shady stuff. 100%. Is what I said. I think we could all agree what she did was not right. But what I'm saying is, should we really punish the lawyers because she appointed them? Because maybe they're all right. I don't know. Should we really be like, oh, they suck just because she appointed them? But it does make us freaking wonder because she did so much shady stuff, and then she's the one that picks them, and then William's friends with her, so I know it does. That's what I'm saying. It does make you biased thinking that way. But in reality, I don't know. But yeah, no, I think, they are? The reviews, really? Fitz, well, show me where I could see William's reviews, because I can't find anything on William. Oh, okay. That's pretty bad. Dang it. Okay. But what about Lebrato? I found Scremmins. I just didn't end up going through if he won. They said he had 6 murder cases, but we didn't go through. We meant to, and then I never did. All right, let's see. William. So there's the reinstated after weeks. He was the chief public defender since January. Okay, let's see. I could share what I'm doing. Wait, public attorney for appellant, attorneys for appellate. Here's a case that he is. Oh, okay. This is a case that he's on. They pled guilty to 3 Class A felonies, 4 Class B felonies, presumptive sentence of Class A felony, 30. Yeah, so they pled guilty, so that's that. Okay. Here's a few. Okay. So let me make sure. Yeah. So we have here's some reviews. Biggest bum. Oh, dang. Okay. Biggest bum that ever walked into a courtroom. He might as well work for the prosecutor. Him and his merry gang of office skanks. Rudest people I've ever dealt with. Does what he wants regardless of what defendant asked. If anyone else has been represented poorly by this bully, please contact me so he can't railroad anybody else. Dang! Bill Lebrato couldn't have been a better attorney. At first I lacked faith and believed that everyone else say. In the end, I got more than my money's worth. I still had to go do time, but it wasn't much compared to what it could have been. And I was able to get modified home early. You get more than what you pay for here. Okay? Was appointed as my public defender. I had a hearing set for a date. This guy went behind my back without asking me and filed a motion to the court stating that I was incompetent to stand trial and tried to have me locked in a psych ward. He got my court date moved up a month early by filing that motion and didn't tell me about it. And I missed court because he never told me what he was up to. And now I have an arrest warrant for a failure to appear. What? You refused to investigate my case. It's a criminal case where I was set up by dirty cops. Stephanie, it happens. I'm just messing with you, but it does. People plant evidence. They set you up. It happens all the freaking time. I mean, I say all the time. Oh, hold on a second. Why did that pop up? Anyway, the asshole is covering up what happened. Terrible attorney that has sold out to criminals and crooked public officials. Do not hire this man. He should be disbarred, and he is rude. Mr. Lebrato is a great attorney. Couldn't have asked for a better attorney or a better outcome. He is professional and knowledgeable and actually cares. Highly recommend. So we have 2 and 2. Too bad, too good. But could these good ones be like him? Hey, have a friend. Hey, I'm having some bad reviews. Can you put in a good one? This one's very generic right here. Looks like that. You know what I'm saying? Looks like somebody just maybe to help him. But who knows? Anyway. Very rude, very arrogant, lacks professionalism in every aspect of the word. I was cursed at during my consultation over the phone with him. He didn't want to hear any of my ideas and basically let me know that he didn't believe a word I said and that I was guilty and he didn't want to waste his time. I feel very sorry for the unfortunate person who gets stuck with this arrogant attorney. Lebrato, if you see his name on your paperwork, do whatever you can to get a different attorney. I felt like my life was over and I didn't have a fighting chance. After I spoke with him, it was a horrible feeling, and the person who is there to help you should not be your worst enemy. Also, in court, this jerk asked the judge, and I quote, Why do I have to represent him as a public defender? He has 2 luxury vehicles. He should be able to afford a private attorney. That is the most ignorant and unprofessional thing I've heard come out of a learned man's mouth. If anyone out there knows who I need to file some kind of grievance with, whether it be the Indiana Bar Association or some kind of law organization, please let me know. Thank you. Okay, so let me now I got at least something to back up that maybe he isn't good. Because before I was just like, the only thing I had is just that she appointed him and he was suspended and we don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But dang it looks like he's not good. You're right. Wow. Okay, let me see if I could find more actually. Hold on, I actually want to save this. But yes, not looking good. Not looking good. Dang it. And dude, this is who she freaking appointed, okay? This and that. Now, we're going to look at the other guy's track record because I didn't realize I thought he won more than, I don't know. I'll see. I believe you. So now I think they might really both be horrible. I'm just trying to be fair. Of course, I have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to be at least fair, even though I, could have an opinion. I was just trying to look at everything objective, even with the judge. But public defenders listen. So here he is right here. They listen to the community at forum. Veronica Weaver spoke up Sunday when a mostly black audience turned the focus of a forum about the Allen County Public Defender's Office to race and equity issues. The 27-year-old public defender told about 30 people seated inside a church on Hessen Castle Road that she not only has ties to Southeast Fort Wayne, but she also has family members in the criminal justice system, and Weaver said she might look white, but she is biracial. Her mother is Mexican. Weaver, who previously was a prosecutor, said her background helps her empathize with her clients as a public defender. The audience at the temple, a non-denominational church, appeared eager to further diversify the public defender's office, which was mostly represented by white panelists. Let's mix it up. Timothy Russell, who moderated the 2-hour community forum hosted by local NACP branch to help rebuild trust in William Lebrato, the county chief public defender, and his team. To help build trust in William Lebrato, the county chief public defender, and his team. Lebrato said he would like to hold more forums on a somewhat regular basis. All we can do is address the concerns and complaints and do the best we can to fix those concerns and complaints, Lebrato said. We came here today to let you know that we're willing to do that. We're trying to do that. Those concerns included questions about whether our local public defenders zealously represent clients as opposed to recommending plea deals. Oh, there you go. So people having concerns that all they're doing is trying to recommend plea deals. So kind of like working with the state. Plea deals are easier. They're cheaper. They're quicker. They don't have to go through trial. Let's just take this deal. You know what I'm saying? Of course. No, I'm saying if that's wrong, but of course that the state is going to push for that, right? So he's trying to say, hey, there's concerns about it. They're trying to, recognize it. But some comments centered on systematic lack of equity in sentencing based on race. Lebrato was suspended briefly this year from his salaried position after someone, here we have the reason, guys, hold on. Here it is. After someone anonymously alleged he was not spending enough time doing his jobs, officials said. What? That's what they're saying the reason is, though. You would get suspended for that? I guess it was only, 3 weeks, I think, or 2 or 3 weeks. Wonder if he got paid or not paid. Yeah, that's what it says, though. But, that's how I take it. Lebrato was suspended briefly this year from his salaried position after someone anonymously... First of all, you're going to suspend somebody from an anonymous call? Not even putting something on record? So somebody anonymously just calls in and alleged he was not spending enough time doing his jobs. There's no way. That don't even make sense. They wouldn't do that. Because anybody could just call in and be like, hey, and have complaints just like reviews. So you get a bad review, you're going to suspend it? There has to be more to that. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying somebody just called in. They could have it out for him or something. Hey, they have to have had some reason to at least believe that to be true. Or there was something more to it, in my opinion. Or that they knew that was true. You know what I'm saying? That he was probably taking deals, not really giving his clients enough time and really working good for him, that's a problem. That's really going to be a problem with this Richard Allen. One of the biggest cases in this country right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a huge case that's been 7 years in the making almost, right? And you're going to have somebody that's a lazy guy that doesn't want to put time in and just do plea deals. That's who you're going to assign. And now somebody you're telling me that Scremen's the same way, but let's see. I'm going to look up Scremen's track record too. I don't know. It doesn't say. I think it was, I'll have to look back at the year. Hold on. We'll look back at that. Paulette, now, well, let's see when this is. But we'll have to see when he was suspended. This is from 2022, but I'll have to see when that doesn't mean that's when. We'll have to go back and see. A Democratic running for the Allen County District, November, press the panel for details. I feel like we have the right to know. And it creates a sense of distrust, especially when the jail is filled with more people who look like us. Lebrato deferred to John Surbeck, a retired Allen Superior Court judge, to address Nelum's concerns. Surbeck was one of Allen County Public Defender board members who voted in February to reinstate Lebrato. Surbeck said Lebrato's suspension was based on an anonymous complaint, and it was determined neither the performance of his duties nor the interest of his clients were affected. So they looked into it, sounds like. Looked into that call, looked into the complaint, probably because there was more than one complaint, I'm guessing. It wasn't just one. There was probably more than one complaint saying this similar stuff. So they suspended him, looked into it, came to the conclusion, nope, the performance of your duties nor the interests of the clients were affected, so reinstated him. And then, remember, we read an article. I'm not saying that was the truth or that's what they should have came. I'm saying that's what they're saying happened, right? They looked into it for a couple weeks, suspended him, came to that conclusion, reinstated him or whatever. And then, but remember, like I said, we looked into it. I'll have to go back and find that article where it explained his, when he came back, he had to go through a little bit of what is it called? Where a checklist, or you know what I'm saying? He was under close eye and there were certain things he had to kind of do to go back or whatever, or as he was coming back. I read it at last live, I think, but I'll find it. Anyway, Lebrato repeatedly encouraged forum attendees to call him if they have a problem or questions. So that's why, to rebuild the trust, is because this is after he was suspended. Okay, so this meeting in forum was because, hey, the chief public defender was suspended. What the heck's going on? We don't trust you. You're getting, plus maybe they're hearing rumors of complaints. So he's like, let's have this public forum. You guys could ask me questions. Let me rebuild this trust type thing. So that's what it looks like that was for. So this was only to save face. It wasn't because I feel like his concern for, I want to see everybody's concerns. This was to save face for his job and for his position and for, so he doesn't get, more complaints or if people could trust him again. But it sounds like he probably wouldn't have done it otherwise. Anyway, yeah, it says, Lebrato repeatedly encouraged forum attendees to call him if they have problems or questions. But some problems, such as building diversity on staff, might be more difficult than others to solve. He said, there's a lack of attorneys in general. Larry Gist, NAACP president, described the forum as productive, but said that community will continue to hold the public defender's office accountable. We are watching you, he said afterward. I'm going to save this too, because that was interesting. I might do a short on that because it's the first thing where it gave us any idea of what the suspensions was. All the other articles say it's unknown, but this is given an answer whether it's completely legit or not. This is what they're saying is the reason. All right, so let's go back and see what else we could find. We're starting to find some things now. You just got to dig a little bit farther, and I haven't quite done that yet. What's this? Here he's representing this person in a boat wreck, it looks like. So he accepted a plea deal. So it looks like he's representing him because that's him right there. Plea deal right there. So this case is a plea deal. Plead out again. He pled guilty to criminal recklessness, level 6 felony, sentenced to a year and a half years in prison with a year suspended, 180 days served, and on probation for a year. It's a girl. Has he done any cases where he fought it? Gosh darn it. Hold on, why did this one pop up? Did he represent him? I just got to see because it popped up under those. Because I'm trying to see his record for who, yep. His attorney he spit on on earlier in the week. The attorney he spit on, William Lebrato. So William got spit on. and because of that, has requested to be removed from the case. So William got spit on by this guy and then requested to be removed. So he got removed from this case. Oh, lordy. All right. What's this? Because that has his name. Derek also alleges his attorney initially promised him probation, but later wanted him to accept a plea bargain with an 8-year sentence. He states an improper conflict of interest exists due to the fact that his attorney retains Allen County police officers in his employment, and that Derek has sued those officers in yet another civil proceeding. William here. His attorney, William. Shady, there we go. Another case. He represented him, lied to him, said take this deal, but then it didn't come out as like what the deal was. His attorney, William Lebrato, is not viable as criminal defense attorneys. Even those appointed as public defenders do not act under color of state of law and thus cannot be sued. Okay, so he wants to sue him, but he can't be sued. Okay. Yeah, so there's I'm going to actually save this too, so we're starting to get some good. Not good, it's bad track record, but we're starting to see now his record. Here, actually, let me write down the names. It shows you who he represented. So we have Tyler McCarthy, and then we can look up that case. Are you guys even interested in this? I am. I don't know why. I feel like I want to know what these track records are of these people. Bama. Lafayette L. Carr, also known as Bama. Lafayette, actually. It's a name instead. Okay. All right. Richard Murray. We could just look up those cases. E. Murray. Oh, here. Wait, I don't know. Let me see what this is. Plea of guilty on the recommendation of the magistrate judge upon a plea of guilty. Wait, let me make sure this is the right person, though, because what state are we in? United States. Wayne County. Yeah, this has got to be the one then. Okay. Well, we saw. What did we see? Took a plea deal on the recommendation of the judge. Who's the judge? I want more information. Why don't we get... I want more. I want to see if Judge Gall works with them a lot. It's 2016. Upon defendant's request to enter a plea of guilty pursuant to federal rules of criminal procedure, this matter came on for hearing. U.S. Magistrate Judge Susan Collins on September. Okay, the hearing of the defendant's plea as guilty was in full compliance. And like I said, we know William Lebrato was representing. So yeah, another plea deal. Does he fight for anybody, dude? It doesn't look like it. Let's do the other cases. I have 2 more just to see if those are plea deals too. Here we go, right here. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Lafayette L. Carr, age 29. Sentenced to 78 months in prison. Let's see for what, though. For possession of a firearm and furtherance of drug trafficking. Okay. Age 29. Was sentenced before U.S. District Judge Holly A. Brady for possession of a firearm and furtherance of drug trafficking. Sentenced to 78 months in prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release. So how many years is that? 78 divided by 12. 6.5 years! 29 years old for a freaking possession of firearm and furtherance of drug trafficking. Okay, so maybe that's good. I don't know. But remember, what's his name represented him? Lebrato. According to documents in this case, the early morning hours of April 18th, 2019, law enforcement officers served a search warrant on a particular motel room at Goshen Road in Fort Wayne, Indiana, upon information that Carr had sold narcotics in a motel room during the night while armed with a firearm. Inside the motel room, officers located small prepackaged amounts of cocaine and heroin, digital scales, and baggies. A few feet from the narcotics, officers located a loaded .40 caliber. Okay, we had freaking cocaine and heroin. You're selling 6.5 years. Those are felonies, so I guess that's a pretty, not a huge, bad, like a horrible charge. I'm not saying like it's fair, but I mean for what it is and what's typical, I feel like that's not bad for what it was, right? I don't know. I would like to know how much drugs he had. It just says small prepackaged amounts of cocaine and heroin. How small and prepackaged? You know what I'm saying? Was it just a couple? Then that's pushing it. But yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I would like to know how much is a small prepackaged, because that's 6.5 years. That was basically a deal. You know, he pled guilty, so, but it might not be bad. I don't know. But that's Lebrato's guy. And then we have Richard E. Murray as another one. Let's see. There we go. Magistrate, a plea, give guilty again. Upon defendant's request to enter a plea of guilty, pursuant to blah, 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 Susan Collins again, June 6, 2017, with written consents of defendant, counsel for the United States of America. Yeah, took a plea. It does make you wonder if they fight for anybody. These Indiana freaking public defenders. Indiana, I mean, dude, these counties are like, I'm telling you, they do not look like these people have very many rights. Like, it just seems like it's not very fair. Pending, that's pending. All right. Wait, I want to see judge. I want to see what the judge is on this. I'm just curious. Why doesn't it say the judge right there? It should. Hold on. I'm just curious how many, if she's working with Goal a lot. Is that the judge? Yeah. Okay, that's not Goal. All right, let's see. Let's look at this one. I'm just being nosy now, guys. I want to see I mean, I guess they can't really. I mean, that's kind of out of the control of, you know. Of course, they're going to end up having a lot of cases together in the same county, right? But no, actually, I'm not seeing a lot. I mean, I'm not seeing any yet, but there's probably is like, oh Lord. Well, he does murder. I mean, he has a lot of murder cases, so there's, right? Maybe not a lot, but let's see. Felony, so that's one's pending. This isn't a murder, that's pending though. Pending. This is a murder another murder pending. Hold on, let me see. Did I already look at this one? Just wanted to see the judge. Okay, so this one's pending. Wow, he's working on a lot. Decided. Felony, narcotic drug possession. Let's see if there's a plea deal in this. Because this is Lebrato. Order grant motion to withdraw. Is that him? No. Yeah? Wait. Withdraw. Hold on. Dismissed plea by agreement. Come on, Lebrato. Do you take on any freaking cases? Are you all plead out? Is that all he freaking does? Let's see this one. Felony. Burglary. Possession of marijuana. Let's see. I want to see one where you freaking just fight it. Francis Gall, judge. A bunch of stuff happened and people withdrew, it looks like. I don't think he's on the case anymore. Yeah, I don't think he is anymore, so I don't see his name anymore. He must have either withdrew or something happened, so he's not even on that case anymore. Something happened in the middle of it. The judge changed and the attorney, Lebrato, or Gall is not on it, changed somehow, and then I'm too tired. I just want to. Okay, let's see. Felony decided. Okay, let me guess. Plea. I don't know. Let's see. Possession of a firearm. We got Kearns judge. Jury trial. Okay, they're gonna go for the jury trial. Good. Good. Lebrato's still on. Okay, that's good. Agreed resolution. Session canceled. Jury trial canceled. Reason agreed resolution. I was starting to think, gosh, good, Lebrato, you took on one case. You were going to go to trial. Nope. Agreed resolution. So let's see. Dismissed plea. They took a plea. So they dismissed, you know, when you do a deal, they'll dismiss some charges. You have to usually at least agree to some, you know what I'm saying? You take a deal, so you get to drop some stuff or whatever the deal is. So this person took a deal. It looked like they were set up to go to trial, decided to go to take a deal. So the trial commenced, or canceled. Sorry. I need sleep. So they took the plea, so he got unlawful carrying of a handgun, felony conviction within last 15 years, dismissed the other two charges. He got 4-year term, jail credit, 159 days, suspended 2 years. So basically, he got probation, comment 2 years probation. So did he get any jail time? I'm confused. Suspended 2 years, term 4 years though. Jail credit, suspended. I don't know if he had to go to any. I'm too tired to look into it anymore. But okay, so. Oh, no, not okay. No, yeah, they took the deal on that. Ooh, look. Look who else is still listed under Baldwin and Rozzi. And then you got Scremin. So Scremin, Lebrato, but we still got Baldwin and Rozzi listed as attorneys. Good to see, good to see. Okay. Decided. See, I'm almost thinking if we go through most of these, they're all gonna be gosh darn plea deals, and that's probably why he got the complaint, because he probably always talks his people into plea deals. The town's small, you know what I'm saying? It's people talk, they know each other. They probably like hear like, oh, really? He forced me to take this deal. Oh, yeah, really? He forced me to, and it probably gets around. So he has probably a reputation where he doesn't want to work for you, but it does look like Scremin doesn't have as bad of a track record. He goes to he does trials. He puts in the work, it looks like. Hate to say it, it does look like he tries. I mean, he's got 3 not guilties, 4 guilties for murder charge. I mean, so yeah, I feel like he doesn't seem like he's that bad from what we looked up. I know there's way more cases to look up. It looks like though that he's willing, he's not just automatically trying to talk his people into taking deals, but I haven't looked at his reviews, so let me look at his reviews. But Lebrato, no, he's got a bad, I mean, people are not, no, he doesn't seem to want to, I don't know, I'm worried if this is who Richard Howell is, but it's, the thing is I'm not 100% convinced that, Richard's not the guy, like I said, but I'm worried because I feel like if they don't take Rosie, I keep doing the wrong name. He even said it's not Rozzi, it's Rosie. So if they don't take Rosie and Baldwin, I think we're still going to go through the trial and wonder if they have the right guy. We're not going to know, and that's going to suck because this was like a 7-year coming by the time the trial, almost 8 years by the time the trial is in 24. And I feel like we're going to watch it, and if they do get rid of Rosie and Baldwin, yeah, and we have these guys. I feel like we're gonna end up wondering if Richard's the right guy. Probably, we're not gonna know probably because they're probably gonna talk him into some deal or something's gonna happen where we're just not gonna know, and that's the thing. I feel like if we get Rosie and Baldwin, I feel like we'll get to see everything, and we'll be able to hopefully be able to make a pretty sound decision, and like hopefully, I mean, I don't know, we probably still will have questions, but at least we might know more and be able to see some of that stuff for ourselves and see if it's like, okay, is there something to it? But yeah. Alrighty, bye guys, look out for the next clips. Have a good night.